Katiani from Finance for Families. Today we are looking at how you can organize your money for today, tomorrow and the future. We all at one point wish for financial peace and wellness, not having to worry about money as we cater for our needs and our wants now, and the peace as well when we think about our financial future obligations. One of the key steps towards achieving this level of financial peace and wellness is organizing our finances. Key motivator to organizing your finances is that it allows you to enjoy the present while you're also planning for the future. So your present is sorted and your future is also sorted. So it becomes a win-win situation. Today I'm going to share a few tips on how we can organize our finances for today, for tomorrow, and for the future, just to help you get started. So we start off with organizing our finances for today. What can we be able to do? Now, to organize our finances for today, we need to start by being honest with our current financial status. This is basically getting to understand what you're worth right now, how much is coming in. And coming in, this is in terms of the income that you're earning, what are the sources of income. And then what are you paying out? Who are you paying out? Why are you paying it out? What is it for? What is the frequency of this? And this is what we call your expenses. Now, the way you are able to plan out what is coming in and what is going out is through creating a budget. And with the help of a budget, you're able now to track all your money, because you don't want your money to be out there. People owe you money that you can be making use of right now, or you owe people money that you do not know how to pay. So you plan for it. You're able to track how much money is coming in and what is going out and what is it going out for and all that. And in the middle of doing that, you are now also able to figure out how much can I be able to put aside for my tomorrow and for my future. So which accounts would we need to be able to cater and organize our finances for today? This would be your regular bank current account, because it allows you now to track your expenses, any money that is coming out of the account, any check that you need to do, there's a track to it. We here in Kenya, we also have the privilege of having mobile money, so you can be able to as well use M-Pesa or Airtel money. So this is money that is readily available for you to make payment where and as is that is needed. Now, one thing I want to be very clear about is, in as much as we have to pay these expenses and we are looking at the best possible way to pay, we also need to look at the transaction fees that we are incurring. So if you're considering, do I pay my expenses directly from my bank account, or do I use mobile money, whether it's M-Pesa or Airtel, you're looking at what are the transaction fees that come with that, because you don't want to be catering for expenses and then you're adding another expense on top of it in terms of high transaction fees. So very, very important when you're thinking about which account do I use. Do I use my bank current account, or do I use my mobile money, be it M-Pesa or Airtel money? Then how do we organize our finances for tomorrow? Now, since we cannot predict the financial emergencies that are going to happen tomorrow, tomorrow being the near future, it's essential for us to start seeing how we can be able to save for that today. Saving for tomorrow is not just for emergencies. It's also for saving for planned expenses. I want to be able to buy a fridge in the next 3 months. Can I plan myself around to be able to accomplish that? I want to be able to buy a car in the next year or so. Can I start to be able to do that? And emergencies as well are things that we do not know if they are going to happen. But in case they do happen, and when they do happen, we will be ready for it. So planning for tomorrow is basically putting money aside, saying this is for my own peace of mind. Now, what accounts do we need to set up so that we can be able to organize our finances for tomorrow? Here, I would ask that we consider money market funds or high interest saving accounts. Now, these accounts help to keep money away from easy access. They earn interest, but when you need them for those emergencies, or when the time has come for you to be able now to purchase your planned expense, then you're easily able to liquidate them and be able to provide for that. Yeah. So for me, my recommendation is always, please ensure you have at least two of these accounts for tomorrow. One is for your emergency fund, because not everything is an emergency. When you set aside, you've calculated, this is how much I need for my emergency. Emergency would be, have I lost my job and I need to be able to still cater for my expenses? How much would that be? Can I be able to put money aside to cater for that for the next 3 months or 6 months? You have that figure, keep it in a money market fund. That becomes your emergency fund. So you only reach out for it when that kind of emergency occurs. Then you have another fund which now you're putting aside and saying, this is for my planned expenses, which is now what you would call the sinking fund. For your planned expenses, I want to take a holiday somewhere nice for some relaxation in the next 6 months or 1 year. Then you have an account where now you're pulling money there to be able to cater for that expense. But you have one that is strictly only to dip in when there's an emergency, and emergency is a medical emergency, it's a situational emergency where you've lost your job. So for me, I find it very easy to be able to organize it in such a way that you have them separate, and this one I can access it when this date comes along, and this other one only for this level of emergencies. And thirdly, how do we organize our money for the future? Now, when we're setting aside money for the future, we are thinking now long term. This is the next 5 years, the next 10 years. And when we're thinking that, we are looking at what's the growth potential of the money that we have. And you start now exploring investment options. You set yourself some investment goals. This is what I want to do in the next 5, 10 years. You get to understand what's your risk profile, how much risk are you willing to take against the rewards that come with that kind of risk. And then you're also looking at, then what is my risk capacity? What is my financial capacity? What am I able to put aside now for that long-term vision that I have? And you're thinking about, so what kind of retirement do I want to have? What kind of legacy do I want to have set up in terms of what I'm leaving my beneficiaries? The kind of accounts that we are able now to create, or we need to create to cater and organize our finances for the future, is you're looking at what are the relevant investment accounts. So if I opt to start investing in bonds, then that means I would need to open a CBK or CSD account that will enable me to invest in treasury bills and bonds. If I am looking to create a stocks portfolio, then that means I have to open a brokerage account with a licensed brokers to enable me to be able to do that. If I'm looking to invest in rates, then it's looking which avenues do I have to be able now to start investing in rates. And then you open and you're able now to create an investment strategy around it with that long-term view in mind. Now, it's very crucial for all of us to remember that it's never too late, it's never too small to start. Yeah, when you make those small but consistent efforts at organizing your finances, you can actually yield very significant results over time. And the secret, as we said, is to start now so that you can enjoy now and enjoy the future as well. Think about it. If you had 500 shillings and you said consistently every month this year, I'm going to set aside 500 shillings. At the end of the year, you're going to have 6,000 shillings. Now, this is 6,000 shillings that you did not have at the beginning of the year, but you have. Now, if you continue with that level of consistency and you say in year 2, I'll double that. So let me put aside 1,000. So at the end of year 2, you're going to have 12,000 shillings. Now, if you take this 12,000 and depending on what you had done in the first 6,000 you had made in year 1, let's say it's earned an interest of 500. So you have 6,500 and 12,000. So you have 18,500. It might seem very small, but remember this is 18,500 that you've set aside, that you're saving, that you're investing. It does not account into your daily expenses. If you keep that consistency up, wherever you can, increase the amounts that you're setting aside to save and invest, you get to a very good substantial amount. But you can only get there when you start, however small, with whatever you have, and you keep doing it. That is the main secret. That is it when it comes to organizing our finances for today, for tomorrow, and for the future. Do subscribe, keep it here at Finance for Families. For watching this video, we at Finance for Families, our aim is to empower you with the knowledge and tools for you to be able to make informed financial decisions for your today, for your tomorrow, and for your future. Keep it here, do subscribe, follow us, comment, share with us.